JY family, we say, yesterday was an eventful day. Me I tell you say, boy, social media comes alive yesterday, man. Me I tell you say, trust me, the people them they all over because we get an early report from in the evening. So look here, Mark Golden PNP, go with it, you know. Me I tell you say, alright, bloggers and vloggers and content creators, everybody and their mother. We run out because remember so we are going to the information them, you know. You see me, so whenever the bigger media make it available, remember so we hold them accountable, you know. You understand, and high standard and all these things. So when time Cliff use call it, Jesus boy, it's a pandemonium on social media. But JY family, it was a total disaster in the end because Mark Golden gave his speech, his winning speech. Then you have Minister Holness give his winning remarks, and the list goes on and on. So with the all over, it's like a political drama going, man. Trust me. And until now, it's still going on. Remember me tell you. But before we go into that, because we have Cliff Hughes, Clear the Air, and some other story regarding election, we want to give you a breaking news before we go into all of those shenanigans. You see me? So, yesterday, them dirt and alleged wanted man in Flanka Mobile. As usual, the people them in a Mobile never fear them no dear. Them never take it lightly. Me I tell you say appear things go on, them start going with a bag of things and block road and all these things. So security force take down alleged gunman in Flanka St. James. Members of the security force in heavy ammunition in Flanka St. James on Monday after a reported gunman was fatally killed by the law enforcers in the community. The Independent Commission of Investigation, INDICOM, has started a probe into the fatal killing of a man in his Flanka St. James community early on Monday afternoon. The police say an illegal firearm was seized during the incident. The deceased has been identified as Peter Johnson. Reports are that about 1:30 p.m. a giant police military team was summoned to the area where men were said to have been spotted with GUNS. The men ran up on the approach of the members of security force who gave chase. Johnson reportedly opened fire at the law enforcers who fired back. Johnson was subsequently found suffering from gun wounds and was taken to the Cornwall Regional Hospital where he was pronounced. Now, I have a video, but I'm just going to let you hear the audio because I cannot show that video on YouTube, you know. So check out the audio. When you come back, we'll talk some more.
Be a fuckery are going in a flanker right now. Man, they murder a youth and put gun pan him for the big election voting day. You know so what go on?
Big fucking gun.
Fuckery are going here. And they murder the man to blood clot. I mean, the man in the back. The man color short to blood clot dog. Jaja. Watch out, war zone now. Election, mash up a flanker. Watch is a police with a gun in her hand. Jaja.
So as usual, I'm going to make the video available in my WhatsApp group, you know. Yeah man, and another video that is out there circulating on the internet, I'm going to send that one in my WhatsApp group. Also is a video with some bed bugs sending threats to Andrew Holness. It's like they put up Andrew Holness picture, burn it, and then them take out them gun and fling some can in a Andrew Holness face. Yeah man, them load up Andrew Holness face a can. You can hear the can them bop bop bop, and then set, as me tell you, them set the picture and fire. Yeah, meanwhile it a burn. Yeah, and then tell Andrew Holness if you don't get to a ladder and climb up and get a goggles and dive one place. You don't know, you don't know me exactly what I mean. You understand? So, me are gonna make that video available in my group also. Me can show them something on YouTube, you know. So right now we are gonna dive straight into it with the whole thing we go on yesterday. Me are gonna play a bunch of videos leading up to the apology from Cliff Hughes and this Golden winning speech and Andrew Holness winning speech. And as I mentioned, the EOJ sent out a message saying that, listen, they're going to do a recount and then they will make the winner public. Yes, they will announce the winner publicly. So just look out for that. So the EOJ has not yet confirmed, but both parties confirmed that they won. So let me wait for it and then I will make it available also.
Oh, my reason for voting is because labor rights help me. I keep my fish fry the 28th of this month because I want to put on my upstairs and then buy my 3 bag of chicken and then me a vote for.
So what if the PNP had bought you the same thing?
I'm just gone over to PNP. I'm not ask price. And better party sale. So if PNP come right now and buy me 4 bag of chicken, that's something there.
So what about roads and water and so on? You don't vote on those things?
No, they said they soon put that in place. It's not going to come one time. Talk the truth, it's not the process. But for now, adapt me and work because after this, you're not see about nobody. If you're lucky for them, that God on your side.
So you're not a diehard in anything?
No, you're crazy. Diehard what? Bigger MP than me, I switch see. So who is me? I'm take care of that. If PMP come right as now, right now for the next 4 years, maybe Andrew PMP. So nobody keep up what I say about PMP and Labour right. Anybody I work for me, at them me I work with. So you say if PMP come right as now and give me something, you see me have on my shirt, so judgment out there today, yeah. Judgment.
It's his moment. It's his moment. Mark Jefferson Golding has led the People's National Party to a surprise win in the local government elections of February 26, 2024. Marky G, as he's affectionately called, was behind in the public opinion polls. Yes, his leadership was on the line, but in a stroke of political genius, he declared that these elections were to be treated as a national referendum on the Andrew Holness government. And he has been proven correct. Tonight, he is cementing his hold on the leadership of the People's National Party. In a closely fought and won election, he has taken the PNP from 98 of the 228 divisions. And we are projecting that he is running ahead virtually of the PNP in terms of the electoral division count, ahead in terms of the popular vote count, and he has made significant gains in terms of the municipalities that the PNP will now control after today's elections. Congratulations to Mark Jefferson Golding, coming from the political dead. Yes?
Shown that the People's National Party, having not won a general election since 2011 or a local since 2012, we have shown that we have the capacity to deliver, to execute, and to achieve victory. And my heart is full because the PNP has come back as a strong, powerful force in this land again for the masses of the people and all Jamaica. Comrades, we will continue the work. We will continue to build our momentum. We will continue what we have been doing because we will not let the people down. The people want to see a PNP government, and the people want to see Iman, Mark, Jefferson rolling in Jamaica House, doing the work of the people. Clean heart and clean hands. So comrades, we can go forward with confidence. We have pulled off a great victory today. The people have spoken. The PNP is alive and well and strong. I want to dedicate this victory to Sister P, Mama P, on the anniversary of her ascendance to the leadership of the People's National Party in 2006. Children of Michael Manley, and he said to me, NW and Michael Manley are smiling tonight. And I want to say, the next PNP government will govern in the true spirit of the People's National Party as founded by the right excellent Norman Washington Manley and as created into a vibrant, massive force by his son, Joshua Michael Manley.
Until we got the latest results from the Electoral Office of Jamaica. What we can say to the nation is that the Jamaica Labour Party retains 7 municipal corporations with a clear lead. The PNP has 4, and there are 2 that are reported to be tied. So, without question, the Jamaica Labour Party has won the municipal elections. Without question. The 2 municipal corporations that are tied, we should have some definitive results on those in a few days, possibly by Wednesday. But as you know, with these elections, as it was in 2016, they go through recounts, and where there are very close margins, there is the potential for change. So right now, the most definitive result that we can say is that the Jamaica Labour Party holds 7 municipal corporations, which is the majority of the corporations. The ties are the KCDC and at this point, Clarendon. And as I said, those will probably go through magisterial recalls. How do you interpret this? How do you interpret this? Well, if we look at what existed before, the PNP retained retained Westmoreland, which they had, Hanover, Manchester, and St. Catherine. The Jamaica Labour Party retained all that it had, which was Trelawney, St. Mary, St. Anne, St. James, St. Elizabeth, St. Thomas, and Portland. So, how do you interpret this? Clearly, the people of Jamaica maintains confidence in the government of the Jamaica Labour Party. Clearly, if this were a general election, the Jamaica Labour Party would still be the government of Jamaica. Which is the result. So, there is no, in my opinion, as I had expected, the results would largely be the same. Now, there are, however, issues that have come up in the campaign, which the government has been seized of and recognizes. And I think the people have, in their wisdom, found a way to communicate these issues through the ballot to the government. The government cannot ignore this. As we went around the country, every member of parliament, every councillor contesting the election would have come up on the issues of roads and water. These are not issues that are that originate with the Jamaica Labour Party. These have been long-standing issues that the people of Jamaica have been suffering. But we note that people's expectations have risen. I made the observation that there are more cars in Jamaica now than ever before. Almost 150,000 or more cars have been imported into Jamaica since 2016. And the level of housing construction has increased. And therefore people are expecting these conveniences and utilities to be readily available. Other pain points, such as garbage collection, more buses for public transportation, these are all issues that affect people in their households and in local ways. And the government is sensitive to this, recognizes that this has been an impact on the poll, but it is clearly not to the point where the public feels that the Jamaica Labour Party has not done anything about it. So we see this poll as an expression of frustration, and the government interprets this as we need to step up the pace at which we deliver benefits. I think, without question, the country sees that we have managed the economy well, and we continue to be the political party that has the best capabilities and competencies to deliver the results that they need. So I want to therefore congratulate all the councillors who have won, both in the JLP and in the PNP. I want to thank the voters who participated in the election. As I said earlier, this is a victory for Jamaica's democracy. It shows that our institutions are strong, and I thoroughly enjoyed the campaign, and I was very happy to have the opportunity once again to go out and do what I like to do, which is to meet my people, interact with them, and explain to them what the direction is. I know that there are those who will try to contort the results into a victory. In no calculus is 7-4 a victory. None whatsoever for the opposition. None. So I know that there are those who will try to contort it. And at the end of the day, things largely remain the same as it is in terms of what the results showed in 2016. The KCAC was very close. Clarendon, again, very close. But we will take this election results and interpret it honestly and do what is necessary to continue to maintain and grow the support of the Jamaican public. So once again, I thank the Jamaican voters who participated and congratulate all the councillors who have won. Thank you so much. Well, we could take a few questions.
Andrea Chisholm from TEJ. Two quick questions. First of all, with the momentum now with the Jamaicans expect to go back to the polls later this year for general election?
It's a very good question. I have given it some thought, but I won't share them just yet. The truth is, we have work to do. And we have to be careful about election fatigue. I get the sense that people are more interested in getting their roads fixed and their water supplies connected. And for the months remaining to the constitutional due date, I can assure you that the government will be working very hard to have those two top items dealt with. You know, if you allow me to just make, when we did our survey of issues of concern, coming out of 2020 and 2016, you will notice that we always had roads and water, but the top concerns would have been crime, unemployment, economic growth, stability of the dollar. None of those have come up. Where we are now, and a clear message from the people of Jamaica, they say you are the political party that has the ability and the competence to generate the resources to treat with these two main problems which we have been suffering for 50 years. Get it done. We hear you. We knew this was the issue, and we're going to work very hard. We have announced the Spark program. We did that last year, and that is budgeted and ready to go. We will have a similar program for water, which we will announce shortly.
And I remember, since you're on the Spark program, opposition MP Julian Robinson had raised concerns about the terms of reference for consultations in Parliament. Have those issues been addressed?
I'm not sure what the concerns were. I was very clear that the consultations would include both MPs and councillors. There was an attempt, again, to misdirect and mislead that the allocations are only for MPs. This allocation is being done quite differently from other allocations. There is an allocation to the constituency, which will include a significant consultative process, and therefore MPs and councillors will have to work together with the community of interest to come to the priorities of roads that will be repaired. Bearing in mind allocations that we are making could not fix every road all at once. It's physically not possible, administratively not possible, and therefore we have to select priorities, get them done within a short period of time, and then go to another site. What our economy has given us is the certainty, if we continue to manage the economy as we have, that you could have constant allocations of this level or greater to address the issues of roads. And believe me, I will say, I traveled on the roads during the campaign, and you know, it's justified. People are justified in local communities in particular, in being upset about the state of the roads. And what?
And finally, from me, before I leave with my other colleagues, Prime Minister, the Auditor General has issued a report talking about 2025 disclosures for municipal operations and to account for billions of dollars that were either allocated to them or being spent what is the plan to improve accountability in municipal corporations?
I might invite the Minister of Finance to speak generally on the Auditor General statement that falls under the Minister of Finance's portfolio. But the other part of your question, before I invite the Minister of Finance, I've said before on the platforms as I campaign that I too believe that there needs to be greater attention to accountability of our municipal corporation and how they work. Some persons have sought to roll this up into some form of reform. The truth is that local government is an administrative arm of government like any other administrative arm of government. They fall under the Gvnmen and the other regulations of government. And greater attention and enforcement is needed to ensure accountability in this regard. So I will ask the Minister to just jump in here quickly.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Andrea, just want to say that it is this government that has provided Auditor General with the funds to engage in audits of municipal corporations, which were backed up for several years. So a few years ago, we took a look at it and realized that, wait a minute, the Auditor General is required to produce audited statements of municipal corporations' activities, but that duty was not undertaken for a very, very long time, meaning the last audit was like over a long period of time ago. I can't remember whether it was a decade or 9 years. A long time ago. This administration looked at it and said, this is a problem for public trust, this is a problem for accountability, and we engaged with the Auditor General and provided resources. I believe the resources were about $300 million for a project to be undertaken to look at all of the entities of which municipal corporations are a part, broader than that, where there is a backlog of audits. And it's through that project that we are able to, the Auditor General is able now to make progress on that backlog. Now, what you're going to find as that happens is that issues that have to do with periods before the current period are going to arise. Yeah? So when the reports come out, initially the reports won't be for this year or for last year, but it will be starting when the backlog would have occurred. You understand what I'm saying? But the way in which I think it ought to be interpreted is that the government is committed to ensuring that there is accountability across all entities, including municipal corporations, by funding the Auditor General to ensure that what has been the norm in Jamaica for a long time, that we've gone years without audits, that no longer continues. That is a sign of our commitment.
So the idea that local government needs a special reform. Local government needs to be treated like another entity of central government and face all the administrative and regulatory procedures and made to comply with them, which is what the Minister of Finance has just said. The fact that you are getting reports that preceded even our term should be carefully interpreted, that much of what you're seeing is not as a result of our term of government, but we are the government that would have put in place measures to start the accountability.
And just for the listeners who might be hearing the exchange and not understanding the period of time we're talking about, the reports to which you referred went back to 2006 all the way up to 2013 or thereabouts. So it's not for the current period, it's for a period in the past. But it's this government that has provided the funds for that work to be produced.
I think I should also say that I'm happy for this election because it does give me an opportunity to take a very serious look at how our local governments work, how the municipal corporations work. Because as I go around the country, there is a call for more funding. When you talk to people in local government, it appears to be that the solution is more money. And what I'm picking up from people is that yes, they want to see more resources, but they also want more service. They want more interaction, they want to see their councillors, they want to be able to lay their complaints. They want more leadership in community issues. And therefore, the role of the council, which has just been reduced to a kind of transactional agent, that has to be rethought. And the council has to be more of a community leader that brings the community together to find local solutions to the problem. And not just local service problems, but what do we want our community to be? There are so many communities that have great potential, great assets. The question is, how do you mobilize the stakeholders to utilize those assets to define the community? So, going forward, having had the campaign and having seen some of the glaring gaps, you can look forward to a more rounded local government structure.
Francis from the Gvnmen, what's the status of the census?
Well, again, that is on the minister, but the census is ongoing. Minister, you could answer.
Thank you, Kimon, for that question. The census is in the final stages of being completed, with the data capture process having come to an end and the analytical process being underway. A fuller update will be provided at a time when we can focus on that as a subject material. So we're coming to the end of the analytical phase of the census process.
So is it that data gathering is complete? Because there are concerns, and I've seen, I have not participated. So I'm wondering where exactly are we now? Is it that data has been collected and they're analyzing?
Yes, the data gathering stage is at completion, and they're in the analytical stage of the census process.
Point over.
Well, I'll just squeeze in one very quickly. Minister Clark, we saw the apology from the central bank this week regarding the overestimation of the impact of the increase in JUTC bus fares on inflation. You've heard what you had to say about standing by that decision. The opposition has maintained that it is a bad policy decision. Is it that there's going to be another measure to the extent of inflation? What are you going to be doing about it?
This government has made a good habit of providing targeted intervention for members or segments of the population that are in need of such intervention. By targeted, what we mean is that the vast majority of the resources go to the intended group and intended population, and that's a population where the need can be demonstrated. The reduction in bus fares is something that we're very proud of. There are approximately 30 to 40,000 persons on an annual basis 30 to 40,000 persons who take the JUTC, and largely these are persons who are not on major incomes, and we're happy that they're able to benefit from a reduction in the fares of the JUTC from $100 to $70, and come April 1st, from $100 in December to $50, half price fare. And we think that for persons on small incomes, for persons on minimum wage, this is a material difference in costs, so much so that the JUTC has seen an upsurge in usage as a result of the lower fees. It would have been happier if the impact on inflation would have been greater, but the impact on human lives is significant. Persons were making, as I said, minimum wage is a major part of their income.
What Minister of Finance, as I reflect on your statement, and I reflect on the opposition spokesman's statement, I recall him being a great proponent of the government taking almost $40 billion of the budget to give grants and to just give away. You recall?
Yes.
You would, simple Google search would see in his budget presentation 2 years ago, where that was his recommendations. Was that bad policy then?
It's a hypocritical stance. I mean, call it for what it is.
Yes.
This is a government that is providing support to members of the traveling public who are on smaller incomes. And we're providing that support by reducing what is a major cost for them. $100 a day in two directions, $200 times 5 is $1,000. If you're making $13,000 a week, what we have done is to say, instead of taking $1,000 to pay for your bus fare, you pay $500. Everywhere in the world, that is good policy. So we are supporting vulnerable Jamaicans. Opposition is hypocritical. This is a government that believes in supporting vulnerable members of the population. They are hypocritical in their stance, and all Jamaica can see that.
Finally, not funny, really finally. We were removing the hedge tax on fuel.
That is a narrative framing that is incorrect. There's no hedge tax on fuel.
The hedge on fuel.
There's no hedge on fuel, Andrea. You've bought into a false narrative.
Finally, from the income tax threshold, anything definitive now on that?
There is a threshold.
There is a threshold. There ain't no hedge tax, but there is a threshold. Yes. So, look, this is the government that has presided over an unprecedented period in Jamaica's history of no new taxes every single year for 6 consecutive years. This is the government that has reduced taxes. One, by increasing the threshold back in 2017, and also by reducing GCT and reducing and abolishing a number of taxes. This is the government that believes in a policy position of ensuring that people are in charge of their own resources, and we trust them to spend it wisely. It is this government's position to revise the income tax threshold upwards whenever the opportunity presents itself. Let me say this, you will not have to, you won't need to wait on any other government for that to happen. This government will address the income tax threshold.
You should read that statement very carefully. Right? You don't need to wait on another government for that to be done. This is a Jamaica Labour Party policy. And that's it. And we will do it. All right. Thank you, everyone. Again, the last results that we have, Jamaica Labour Party has won 7 of the municipal corporations. The PNP has won 4. In any calculus, that is a victory for the Jamaican people.
Yes, last evening. Yeah, it was like a kick to the gut. Yeah? And I know you all want to hear me on it. Yes? And that's how we're going to begin this morning. Yeah?
I'm with you early this morning because of what happened last night. It was a tough night in terms of us covering the results and establishing the implications of the results. And I want to say, Tona, Ricardo, listeners, we here at Nationwide over the years have developed a reputation for covering elections very well and calling elections very well. We've gotten it right. On all previous occasions, we did not get it right last night when shortly after 8:35 we declared that the opposition, People's National Party, the PNP, had won the local government elections. At that time, based on what we had in front of us, a clear trend had developed. Notwithstanding issues relating to or being able to get up-to-the-minute results, yes, from the Electoral Office of Jamaica Election Center, we took the decision, and let me say clearly, I made the decision, not anyone else. It was my call to make, and I take full responsibility for making that call in declaring that the PNP had won the local government elections. As the night wore on and the topsy-turvy result system we had in place became clearer, it was obvious that that was a blunder. A blunder. Based on the results, it is wrong to say that the PNP had won the local government election. And I'm here this morning, today, to say that clearly, unequivocally. The other thing I will say in support of that, we had issues relating to accessing results, issues that we will have to assess in tandem with our partners, the Electoral Office of Jamaica, being primarily the key partner here, that we will have to examine and review, critically review, and to learn the lessons from in going forward. But without doubt, I want to make it clear to all listeners, to all viewers, we apologize for the blunder we made last night, shortly after 8:35. It was a blunder. Local government, as we have been saying in our coverage leading up to last evening, there are a number of metrics we use to assess how well one does in a local government election. Local government is not a parliamentary election. You don't change national government in a local election. But the key metric is how many of the local municipalities, and let me make it clear, municipalities, there was a time in Jamaica where we said parish councils, but that's what they are, parish councils, and they have been upgraded. So they have this new name called municipal corporations, but they are parish councils, as we would have grown up with. It is the municipal corporations that has the power, they have the power, yes, to pass regulations and enforce the laws at the community level that impact the lives of residents, the citizens of Jamaica, in a meaningful way, yeah? in terms of urban planning, building approvals, collecting your garbage, making sure your cemeteries work, fixing your parochial roads. They are the ones with the power. Yes? That's where power resides at the local authority level. So to win a local election, you have to gain control of the majority of those municipal corporations. And as you have said, after a long night and early this morning, as of this moment, the governing Jamaica Labour Party has won a majority of the municipal corporations, 7. The opposition has won or is leading in 4 others. That's 11. And 2 are tied as of this moment. The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, the big prize is going to be contested, I gather. But as of this moment, it's a tie in Kingston and St. Andrew and Clarendon. On that key metric alone, the JLP can claim, as it has claimed, victory in the local elections. Now, in terms of the other key metrics, and given the state of the politics, especially the context of the PNP coming back from the dead 4 years ago in 2020, the opposition leader and the party are claiming with some justification that they went into yesterday's election with 98 of the 228 electoral divisions, and they have come out with more than 98. Again, based on the topsy-turviness of how we got the results last night and up to now, we don't know how many the PNP will end up with. What we do know is that the JLP has lost. Yes, it went in with 130. It has come out with fewer than 130. On that metric, the PNP is claiming victory. Okay? Now, again, I want to say to our viewers or listeners, because it's a fair comment and I see the criticism, we have to take it. I have to take ultimate responsibility. Yes? And I want to do that this morning. We know that you come to expect us nationwide certain standards of conduct, certain standards of reporting, yes, certain standards of commentary, yeah, and analysis. And in that moment, shortly after 8:35 last night, we fell down. We blundered. And we're sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes.
So JY family, I need you guys to comment down below and tell me if you guys forgive Cliff Hughes for that dramatic error that could cause a whole heap of things, and that caused a whole heap of stir on social media. But we're not perfect, you know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Tell me if this one too blatant, you can't look past it, or it's just a human mistake, a human error, you know. Yeah, man. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave you guys with a very important video, because this young lady got into trouble with her job because, you know, your constitutional right to vote, you know, and the workplace should allow you to go and vote, and they should give you at least 3 hours. Yes, so they should allow you at least 3 hours to go and vote. But this lady is on suspension right now, so she's going to explain. Take a look, take a listen, and share it. And if you guys can help her out, I don't know how, but you know, leave your comments and your thought down in the comment section.
So quite a few people asked me to update them on the issue regarding me getting suspended from work. So I work for a specific company in Ochayos. I'm not going to state the name. For those who know me, you know where I work. So yesterday in the group, we have a female, she's managing us. So she said she knows that it's an election day, but normal work proceeds as usual. So I texted and I said, okay, noted. Are we going to get 2 to 3 hours to go out and vote? By right, it's 3 hours, but because most of them kind of way, me never did want to ask for the full 3 hours. Even though it's right, me never sure if when I get it. So she said, who is going to vote? So I say, I don't know about others, but by law it's mandatory for employers to give employee 3 hours to go out and vote. So she said, am I going to vote? So I say, yes, I'm going to vote. So she replied back and said that this are in the group. She replied and said in the group, say all those who are going to vote for make she know. Another guy in the group replied and say, am I go vote? So she said we can get from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. the work hours. Remember the work hours? Them 3 hours there, we go out and go vote. So anyways, the boss come in the group and say, please stop it. I was going to reply and say, please stop what? But I realized say he was typing, so I never bother. So in the message he says, Bree, you're not productive enough to be vocal. You have to work on developing a skill set or whatever. I don't want to really turn a light on him, but I posted it. So I said, yes, I know that. I know that I'm not really a productive person. Because I'm not going to go hell and back way for no... But hell and back way, what? I'm not going to go hell and back for no job where if nothing happen to me, them can replace me. So I'm going to say, yes, I know that. However, it's mandatory by law that employers give employee 3 hours to go out and vote. Then in reply and said, didn't I tell you to keep your opinions to yourself? For this you earn yourself a week suspension, and him just removed me from the group like that. Okay. Yeah, that was my exact face. So maybe me, I post it on my status and around like a joke with the so real the Derek sound. So and then I go in the inbox and say, like how you suspend me, how my pay go? Cause me want know about my pay. Cause who wouldn't want to know about them pay? Bearing you, I did not get my pay for last week work and I only get part of my pay for the previous week, and you suspend me, go give me a fair week. I want money. So him say I won't get my pay until him feel like giving it to me, and don't effing text him because I'm getting out of control. I was not going to disrespect him because I say when in anger I don't say anything. So I never say anything to him. But I did say something to him. I just can't remember. But I never say nothing bad to him because the way I was so pissed at that message, I don't want to say nothing and I go regret it too. So I say, okay, whatever. We were running, me and a couple of my friends them did a run joke about it. So I say, you know what, I squash that. People are saying I figure report it and whatever. Me couldn't bother with the up and down thing. So I say, you know what, I'm not report nothing and I go leave it there. So and I left it there. This morning now, I get a call from one of my ex-co-worker them. So she says she's coming for the key. I have a key for which part my work. It's not a call center. A lot of people think it's a call center because I know say call center start them way there, but it's not a call center. So on the phone, I asked her, say, where's my pay? So she said, the man said, I'm not get pay until later. So okay. So she said, when she reach, she go call me. She called me when she down the road and I not answer the phone. I see the phone ring, so I look through the window, I see she down there. So I just go give her the key. When I walk past now, she called me back and say, the man said I must send over the work documents them that I have. So I say, no, I'm not send over nothing until I get my pay. By right, that is fair. Fear is fair. So anyways, I come up back and I texted him. I don't want to tell no lie when I'm saying the text message, but I did post it. So I'm seeing my message. Him don't respond. Okay, I find that very out of order. So the girl called me back now and she say, me holding on to the work documents in order to get my PM not go end well. What that's supposed to mean, because that feels like a threat. What I mean by not go end well? So I say okay, and then I laugh because this must be funny. So I laugh after the situation. Okay, so I post it again and me run the joke them and whatever. I wasn't going to take this thing serious until me get the call talk about say oh me holding on to the work documents for me pay not go end well. Okay. Bear in mind, me want my pay. Even though I was not productive, as he says, I come to work, I get my assigned task them and I did it. Only assigned tasks I did not do a task where I don't know how to do because it's a company where like them we dash into the water, you don't know if you swim, then dash into the water and expect you to swim. If you're not swim, you just drown and dead. That's the type of company that I work for. Past members can say that about it. If they don't want to come talk about it after them business, but I want to think about me. I gotta talk about me. I gotta stand up for my rights and I gotta talk about things that piss me the hell off. Okay, so whatever is whatever, I go out and I vote. I went out and I vote and I went down to the police station to report it because I want my pay. So the police officer did that time say I cannot get paid when them suspend me. So I say yes, I know that them suspend me. I not expect to get pay for the week when I suspend for. Me ask for me pay from last week when I get and the other week. So the lady did say the patrol car wasn't there, so I did feel weird too. So in the meantime, she take the man number and the man not answer the phone. So the patrol car came back and the guy was asking what was the issue. I explained the issue to him and him say, them can't do nothing about it. It's a matter of ministry of labor. So him say if I sue them in order to get my money. So I say, wait, I must sue them in order to get my pay. Okay. I didn't want to blow this thing out of proportion, but I know me alone him do it to him like for let go people and do pay them. Others might not want to speak about it, but I am going to speak about it. So I was calling him again and him don't answer his phone. Okay, so I'm gonna call the girl that are the girl who sent to come collect the key from me. Say I want you to pass on a message for me. Tell the man say I'm gonna need my pay and I'm gonna need my pay today. And if I don't get the pay today, I'm gonna report him. So she gonna say, who you gonna report it to? So I say, who you report them matters they to? I don't know. Girl, don't act dumb. If you see this, you just see this. But I the truth, you act dumb right now. Okay. So I say, if I not get it, if I not get my money, I'm know who I'm gonna report it to. Okay, I'm reach one back and me run my little labor right joke because now like labor right tongue them buzzy bad. So I got a call from her and she go say the man say me fi do whatever I want to do. So in my head that sound like I'm not gonna get no pay. It's okay. It's all fine, but however me I go down and Ministry of Labor. I think them have an office in Santa.
JY family, come on man, come on. You can't reach so far and don't press the like button. Hit the bell icon to be notified. And this is the channel you need to subscribe to that you didn't know you need to subscribe to. Do the right thing, man.
Me love Jamaica, me not sell out. Them try clip we wings, somehow we can't fly out. But when we there, yard, nothing nice like Jamaica. Roast breadfruit and banana. Under the tree with a glass.